wow. But, wow, that was amazing.
Lewis Hamilton, Formula One's most decorated driver. Charles Leclerc, Ferrari's golden boy. But after a stormy start to the 2025 season, the Ferrari garage is suddenly feeling a little too small for both of them. After a chaotic disqualification at the Chinese Grand Prix and a disappointing result in Japan, Lewis Hamilton made comments that sparked a wildfire of speculation. Was he subtly calling out his teammate Charles Leclerc? Or worse, was he exposing Ferrari itself? Fans are divided, the media is buzzing, and in the middle of it all, Ferrari is under more pressure than ever before. But what exactly did Hamilton say? Was it really a shot at Leclerc, or just a frustrated champion speaking the truth about a broken machine? Stick around, because in this video we're diving deep into what happened after the Japanese Grand Prix, the truth behind the so-called performance deficit, and why some fans think Hamilton just exposed more than he intended. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more deep dive, because the 2025 season is just heating up. Now let's start the video.
Leclerc looks up, goes through the chicane. Hamilton now is right on the rear wing of that Ferrari.
To understand how we got here, we need to rewind to the moment everything changed for Ferrari. At the start of 2025, Ferrari had one of the most anticipated lineups in Formula One history. Lewis Hamilton, fresh off a 12-year career with Mercedes, had made the bold move to Maranello. Fans dreamed of a Hamilton-Leclerc duo finally bringing the Constructors' Championship back to Ferrari. On paper, it was perfect. But reality hit hard. The SF25, Ferrari's 2025 challenger, was immediately under scrutiny. Ride height issues, setup inconsistencies, unpredictable pace. And then came the Chinese Grand Prix. Both Ferrari cars were disqualified, Hamilton for excessive skid block wear and Leclerc for being underweight. A complete disaster. Fans flooded Twitter with posts calling the team a shambles and questioning how Ferrari could still be making such basic errors in 2025. And the pressure? It only intensified. Fast forward to the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka, a race that many hoped would mark Ferrari's comeback after the disqualification debacle in China. But instead of redemption, it became a catalyst for controversy. Hamilton struggled throughout the weekend. Despite strong race pace on Friday, qualifying was underwhelming, and on Sunday he crossed the line in P7, stuck behind slower traffic and visibly battling with car balance. Meanwhile, Leclerc quietly delivered, finishing P4 with a clean and consistent drive. The difference wasn't massive on paper, but for fans, it was symbolic. Then came the interview. Hamilton, visibly drained, told Sky Sports F1, "There's an element of my car that is underperforming, and there's a deficit between both sides of the garage. Hopefully we'll have upgrades for Bahrain to sort it out." Boom, one sentence, and the internet went nuclear. Social media lit up with speculation. Was Hamilton hinting at unequal treatment? Was this a subtle dig at Leclerc? Or was it just a 7-time world champion voicing frustration with his machinery? Headlines followed within hours. Hamilton exposes Ferrari inequality, Leclerc getting preferential treatment, cracks in the Ferrari garage. And just like that, a post-race debrief turned into a full-blown media storm. But when you slow things down and really look at what Hamilton said,
the most exciting thing that's happened to me in as long as I can remember.
Was he exposing Leclerc or just exposing the truth about his car? Let's break it down. When Hamilton talked about a deficit, he didn't mention Leclerc directly. He didn't blame the team outright. What he actually said was, there's an underperforming element on his side of the garage, a comment that likely refers to setup or hardware differences. Ferrari's team principal, Fred Vasseur, was quick to respond. In interviews with Autosport and Motorsport.com, Vasseur clarified that the performance differences were due to driver-specific setups, not unequal equipment. He insisted both Hamilton and Leclerc have the same access to upgrades and parts. "We tailor setups to each driver's style," Vasseur said. "There's no favoritism, just differences in how each car is run." Still, for many fans, that didn't stop the speculation. And here's where things get juicy, because whether or not Hamilton intended to expose anything, fans on Twitter certainly ran with the idea. Some were firmly Team Leclerc, saying, Hamilton's comments just show Leclerc's been faster all season, he's exposing himself more than Charles. Others backed Hamilton, arguing, he's just pointing out facts, his setup is slower, and Ferrari's messing it up. And then there were the neutral voices trying to cut through the noise. Both drivers are struggling, Hamilton's being honest about his side, no drama here. This divide created the perfect storm, frustrated fans, a struggling team, and two high-profile drivers in the middle of it all. What do you think? Was Hamilton subtly calling out Leclerc, or just speaking honestly about technical issues? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, I'd love to hear your take. While the spotlight was on Hamilton's comments, let's not forget something important. Charles Leclerc has been quietly outperforming his teammate. In Bahrain, he qualified second, while Hamilton started seventh. In Japan, he finished ahead once again. His consistency has been one of the few bright spots for Ferrari this season. He hasn't fueled the drama, he hasn't responded to Hamilton's comments. Instead, he's let his driving do the talking. Many fans see him as Ferrari's anchor, the one carrying the weight while Hamilton adapts. But even Leclerc supporters admit this dynamic won't last forever. If Ferrari can't provide a competitive car, both drivers' frustrations will only grow. Now let's zoom out for a second, because maybe this isn't just about Hamilton versus Leclerc. The bigger issue, Ferrari's ongoing failure to deliver when it counts. It's a story fans know all too well. A legacy team with a championship pedigree, yet year after year they trip over the fundamentals. From strategic meltdowns in 2022 and 2023 to baffling pit wall decisions in 2024, the team has become known for blowing golden opportunities. And now, in 2025, those frustrations have boiled over. The double disqualification in China, one for excessive plank wear, the other for an underweight car, wasn't just embarrassing, it was a signal. A team that should be fighting for wins is fighting to stay out of the steward's office. And with two elite drivers in Hamilton and Leclerc, Ferrari doesn't just have expectations, they have pressure, lots of it. Team principal Fred Vasseur continues to preach unity and patience, but with every underwhelming Sunday, every vague post-race comment, and every fiery social media thread, that message gets harder to believe. So, did Hamilton expose Leclerc? Here's the truth. No, Hamilton didn't directly expose Leclerc. There's no evidence of tension between the two. In fact, both have spoken positively about each other in recent interviews. But what Hamilton did expose is the uncomfortable reality inside Ferrari. He exposed how fragile their setup is, he exposed how small performance gaps can spiral into public drama, and he exposed just how quickly trust can erode between driver and team, between fans and leadership, and within the paddock itself. And in a season where every point matters, that exposure might be more dangerous than any rivalry. So what can we take away from all this? Ferrari entered 2025 with sky-high expectations, but just a few races in, they're battling disqualifications, performance gaps, and public scrutiny. Hamilton's comments weren't a personal attack, but they sparked a debate that's far from over. Leclerc continues to lead by example, while Hamilton pushes for solutions, but unless Ferrari can get both cars operating at full potential and keep the garage unified, the dream team could become a ticking time bomb. And as always in Formula One, perception is reality. Even a small comment can become a headline, a controversy, or a defining moment in a championship battle. What do you think? Can Ferrari bounce back this season, or is the pressure already splitting this team in two? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a fellow F1 fan, because we've got more race drama, analysis, and behind-the-scenes insights coming. Thanks for watching.